Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Sarah Steffen, and today we're talking about gamers and the risks that are involved if you are a gamer and how to combat the strain on your muscles, your eyes, all of that, right? So this is all stemming from an article that I just read. The Foundation for Chiropractic Progress did a survey through Gallup polls, through Harris polls, and they found out that 88% of gamers report physical discomfort, including back pain, headaches, and wrist strain. And I am not a gamer. We don't even have a gaming device in my house. We have a Kindle. That's about it. So I don't have a whole lot of experience with, firsthand experience with gaming, but I know that obviously many people in our country are spending hours every day and every week gaming. In fact, here are some stats, and I thought this was really crazy. So I wanted to start by giving you the stats, and then I'm going to give you some tips to use at home or for your kids or for your grandkids or whomever it might be who might be experiencing some of these discomforts based on the amount of time that they are spending gaming. So 6 in 10 Americans play games on a computer or console at least once a week, with the average American spending over 11 hours gaming per week. So that's an hour and a half. And if we really dig into those numbers a little bit more, the 18 to 34-year-olds are the age group with the most gamers. 85% of that age range are gamers, followed by 35 to 44 with 80% of those people gaming. And these age groups spend the most time gaming on average more than 10 hours a week, like I said, while an astonishing 1 in 5 18 to 34-year-olds, 1 in 5, 20%, spend 20 hours or more a week gaming. That's 3 hours a day sitting, accomplishing what? Not sure, not going to judge. People really enjoy gaming, but that seems a little excessive to me. Especially when we combine it with the fact that we know that most people who are gaming aren't getting up and moving around in the middle of that hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. They're just sitting there. And we as humans, I will continue to stress this until I can't anymore, that we are mobile beings. We need to move. We need to ambulate. We need to get up. We are not meant to be sitting for as long as we're sitting. And most of us are also then sitting at our jobs, right? I mean, if we're sitting in front of a computer or on the telephone or whatever, so we're potentially combining, an hour and a half to 3 hours a day gaming with then potentially 4, 5, 6, 8 hours a day working at a job, sitting potentially. That seems like a lot. So nearly 78% of video gamers experience pain in at least one upper body area. 91% of people who experience pain when gaming try to treat that pain themselves, with a majority either changing their posture or stretching, right? Which is great. However, gamers many times experience the type of pain that chiropractors can help tremendously with, but only 1 in 5 gamers experiencing pain have sought out the treatment of a chiropractor. So I think there's a big miss there, right? Especially considering back pain, headaches, wrist strain. That's the major concerns with gamers. That's the main concerns that I see every day when people are walking into this office. I mean, our bread and butter are back pain and neck pain and headaches, right? That is what we see. Not saying that's all that we can see. I mean, we can treat and help people with a lot more than that, but those are the bread and butter. So with that being said, what are some things you can do, not even including going to a chiropractor, that could improve your chances of not experiencing that pain or discomfort, or being able to heal from it quicker? First of all, if you're gaming, make sure that you have a really good setup, right? I mean, especially if you're going to be spending a few hours a day doing this, make sure you've got a really great chair. And as an office worker too, I mean, make sure that you've got a good chair. If you don't have a good chair, you don't have a good foundation for what you're doing, you're setting yourself up for disaster, in my opinion. I'm a big fan of Herman Miller chairs in terms of desk chairs. That's what I sit in every day. Yes, they are expensive, and they are an investment that will last you a very long time. I've had my chair over 10 years, and I will probably have it another 10 years at least, and it still looks essentially brand new, and it is extremely supportive, very comfortable, very cool, like literally cool, like not a hot chair to sit in. But I know they make all kinds of different chairs for gaming. So make sure you're gaming in a good chair. Make sure your computer setup is good. I mean, make sure you're not straining your eyes or your neck by having to look or rotate or that kind of thing. So make sure you've got that monitor eye level. Make sure if you're using hand controls or whatever, make sure that those are in good position as well. Simple things that can make a big difference. More than that though, and I know that most gamers are probably really not going to like this suggestion, I really recommend getting up on a regular basis and just stretching, moving. You can't sit for an hour and a half, 2 or 3 hours without having some type of wear and tear on your body. Because again, we need to move. We are mobile beings, and our bodies don't respond well when we are just very sedentary like that. So as I've told many people over the years, again, if this goes for a desk job too, if you know that you just get into a project and you just run with it, set a timer on your phone, for 35 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever it is. And then when that goes off, stand up. You don't even have to do a whole lot. You could march in place. You could stretch your hands overhead. You can stretch your hands down to the ground. You can just do some side bends, some rotations. Very simple movement does make a difference, especially when you add it in on a regular basis, right? Now, that's not to say that I don't think that you should probably maybe step away and maybe take a walk for a minute or something. But again, I know that even just taking a break from gaming is a lot of times very difficult for people. So the other thing you could do too is add in some daily core and mobility. So if you know that you're not going to change your habits while you are gaming, well, then maybe change your habits outside of that time. So, getting up a few minutes earlier in the morning and adding in some exercise, some mobility, some stretches, some core strengthening, right? Core is not just our abs, by the way. It's our transverse muscles here. It's the back muscles as well. If you think about when you cough, you don't just feel it in your stomach, you feel it in that whole all the way around the body, your back muscles, everything. So stretching and strengthening that core and then working on mobility, maybe it's adding in the 2x2x2s, which I just did a video on not too long ago. Those are part of that neck stretch and warm up in the morning video that I just did. Maybe it's, I don't know, just adding in a whole lot more movement than you're probably getting right now. And final recommendation that I have for you, if you are experiencing neck pain, headaches, back pain, wrist pain, whatever it might be from gaming or from, again, sitting too long at your desk at your job, your regular job, seek out the care of a chiropractor. I'm not your doctor, but you can find someone who you can talk to and find out how they might be able to help. Again, a lot of those things are really, really simple for us to address, and many people see changes very quickly when they're getting adjusted, taking care of their spinal alignment and their posture. And that's what I would hope for you, is that you can take some actions so that you don't have to continue to suffer. You can keep doing what you're doing and loving that, if you love to game, make sure that you can do it for a long time, by taking care of your spine, your nervous system, your body, your health, your joints, all that good stuff. So I just found this really, really fascinating. I didn't realize this many people gamed and at that level. So thanks for tuning in today. I hope you got something out of this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you've got questions, leave them down below in the comments, and please subscribe because I've got new content that comes out every Monday and Thursday.